What is happening, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here from Stokastic.com. We're about to break down Sorare from baseball perspective for the upcoming slate. So as you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't signed up at Sorare yet, use the link that we have below in the description box. It is totally free to sign up at Sorare, but also there are limited player cards that you guys could be purchasing there. When you sign up using our link, after you purchase 5 limited player cards, you are going to get a 6th one totally for free. So I'm going to pull Sorare up on the screen right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going through some of our top projected baseball players for the upcoming slate. And then also I'm just going to be searching through the marketplace a little bit just so we get these players on screen. You can see what some of the costs of them are for the upcoming slate. And I want to start by talking about my favorite pitching option. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through a pitcher I like and then a couple of hitters and also how I think we could correlate some of them together. So a little bit different from how I was doing the basketball content. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, let me know below in the comment section. But I'm going to be starting here by talking about one of my favorite pitchers in baseball, Spencer Strider. So Spencer Strider, here's some of the floor costs for him right now on the secondary market. And Strider might be the best pitcher in baseball right now. If he's not the best pitcher, he's certainly close to it. He is the betting favorite to win the National League Cy Young Award this year. And it's not hard to see why, after seeing his early success this year, combined with how good he was in his rookie season. I'm still bitter that Spencer Strider did not win the Rookie of the Year. It was Michael Harris who won it instead of him. Mark my words, that is not going to age well over the period of time. We're going to look back on that and go, Spencer Strider should have been Rookie of the Year based on these players' talents. And it's not even a knock on Michael Harris, just that I think that Strider is such a great pitcher. And his results so far this year, 2.45 ERA, 2.81 expected ERA, the strikeout stuff, which is what we care about the most from an upside for a fantasy perspective over at Sorare. He's striking out 40.9% of the hitters he's facing this year. That is after he had a 38.3% strikeout rate in his rookie season. Also, not a very difficult matchup for Spencer Strider to start this week. He draws the Miami Marlins when he faces them on Monday. It's a start that I expect him to excel in, and I think he should have a massive fantasy outcome. So Spencer Strider is my favorite overall pitcher to look at for the next few days for the Sorare slate. Now, looking at the hitters, one thing that really stands out to me looking at some of our projections, this is a great time to be targeting Los Angeles Angels. And yeah, players like Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, they are always going to look pretty good in any kind of fantasy format, which is why, there's some of the more expensive players on the secondary market here. Mike Trout, you can see a lot of his cards are going for a premium. Same goes for Shohei Ohtani, who also has the ability to be played as a pitcher. But what I also want to talk about when it comes to the Los Angeles Angels is some of these other players too that could really fill out a stack and correlate some of our lineups well, because right now our number one projected fantasy hitter for at least for the Monday slate is Mike Trout. And then we also have Shohei Ohtani as the 4th highest projected hitter, but not too far behind them. Also in the top 10, we have Taylor Ward. And then we also have Hunter Renfroe, who I think are other hitters to consider. Ward had a massive breakout season last year, and his cards are available for not all that expensive here. And then Hunter Renfroe, another hitter who, particularly against lefties, has a ton of power. And you can see that we actually got, it's funny, Reed Detmer showed up in there, who's another player from the Angels, just kind of coincidentally. But there we go, Hunter Renfroe. So you can see his limited cards available for as cheap as $23 there. And this Angel stack looks really good. And I think Monday is a day that they could really go off. Now, overall, we're getting them for the next few days. They have a slate against the Oakland A's. The A's have no good pitching. So this is a really, really good time to be targeting the Angels. And my favorite guys, obviously, are going to be Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. But for more cost-effective options on the secondary market, Taylor Ward and Hunter Renfroe also really stand out. And actually, for our projections just on Monday, with Hunter Renfroe facing a left-handed pitcher in Ken Waldichuk, we do him with a 27.79% chance to homer just on Monday. So if we look at him overall for the next 3 games against the A's, and I'm just kind of roundabout guessing here, but Renfroe is probably something like 50-50 to homer over the course of the next few days. So a lot of upside in Hunter Renfroe, a lot of upside in the Angels as a whole, particularly against Ken Waldichuk and the Oakland A's. The A's should be ashamed of the team that they're putting out there. And I know they went through management change. They're trying to get a new ballpark, but this team is doing the bare minimum in terms of spend. And this has been just a terrible baseball team so far to start the year. Something like 4-17, some sort of terrible record like that. We should be looking at Angels hitters for this Sorare slate against them. Now, if we want to look at some other hitters that we could also look to target as one-offs or as part of a stack, is I want to look at Corbin Carroll, who looks like he is going to be a fantasy monster. So Corbin Carroll is currently just behind James Outman for the National League Rookie of the Year odds. Outman also had an outstanding week last year. But as far as fantasy upside is considered, Corbin Carroll looks like he's going to be a monster. Stolen bases, power, hitting for average. Outman might be the better real life player as of today, but for fantasy purposes, I think Corbin Carroll has more of the upside based on his ability to hit home runs, to steal bases, everything we're looking for in a fantasy player. And we do have Corbin Carroll, just in terms of fantasy points right now, projected only behind Mike Trout, Ronald Acuna, and Bobby Witt as for the highest fantasy scorers for the upcoming slate. So I think Corbin Carroll is somebody definitely to target. And also keep in mind, these cards have multi-year functionality. You're getting them for more than 1 year. So when you get a young stud like Corbin Carroll is a really well-regarded prospect, there's even additional utility for targeting somebody like him. Now, if we're going to look for one other player to target for the upcoming slate, somebody that stands out to me, and once again, I want to look at some cost-effective options. I don't just want to come out here and tell you, play Mike Trout, play Shohei Ohtani, play Aaron Judge, because, well, anybody can do that. But somebody who's facing a positive platoon split for the upcoming slate that we have projected really well is Mike Brousseau. Here we go. Super cheap limited cards available for him. $1.83 is the floor for a limited Mike Brousseau. And we look at some of the fantasy point projections that we have for the upcoming slate. Brousseau is definitely somebody that is standing out in our projections. Also, somebody, if you guys are playing in DraftKings, FanDuel, nearly min price right now. Super cheap. Always somebody who's hit left-handed pitching extremely well. We have him currently projected as one of the better available value options. And when you consider good matchup for him, also plays in a favorable home hitters park, you're not going to get days where he starts every single day against right-hand pitching. But whenever he gets spots where he's going to be going up against a lefty or a series of lefties, Mike Brousseau is always going to have some hidden upside. So that's somebody who, if you guys are looking to play some Brewer stacks, I wouldn't mind mixing him in there. So a handful of other players also from Milwaukee that are projecting well for us right now are William Contreras, who I don't think is all that expensive either. What's the floor on Contreras? We'll have to put in a few more letters so that he pops up. Yeah, another one, $4 is the floor there for his limited card. So Brewer stacks, another cost-effective option to get high upside for a reasonable price there with players like Mike Brousseau and William Contreras. So that is going to do it for me. Like Spencer Strider, like Angel Stacks, also went over some cheap Brewers hitters. If you haven't done yet, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to use our link if you're signing up at Sorare. And if you like this format or if you dislike it, let me know below in the comment section, because tinkering with baseball, considering it's the start of a new sport, we've primarily covered basketball as far as Sorare is concerned. Let me know if you like this format below in the comment section. Have a great week, guys, and good luck.